So check this out. My Shindewa, the trimmer, was doing some maintenance to it and realised that the fuel line had actually broken. So how did I fix it? Have a look. So the split was here. I had an old fuel line spare. This is the fuel line that was on the trimmer, and this is the new fuel line, and I stuck this little coupling here. It's a 4mm retic coupling for little garden sprayers. It's basically made for these sprinkler lines, little joiners like this, except I used the coupling instead of a T-bar like this. But it did the job perfectly. So far, so good. Today we're going to actually be talking about trimmers and how to edge with your trimmer like a pro. Edging is one of those things that when it comes to lawn care, it can make a good lawn look great. It can separate you from the competition and make your lawn looking good all round. So very important to keep those edges nice and straight. But before we start edging with the trimmer, we want to know, why should we edge with a trimmer? Why not just use an edger? Sometimes when we're doing lawn care, it's a lot more nicer to carry around less equipment. Sometimes your trailer can be full of stuff that you never really use that much. And if you do use, you need to stop, turn off your trimmer after you've finished trimming the lawn, go to your trailer, get your edger, fuel it up, make sure it's working properly. Edging with your trimmer actually means you can use less equipment, less refueling, less maintenance, less servicing on the pieces of equipment, and you carry less equipment around. So if you use it properly and do a good job with your trimmer, the edges look great. So sometimes it can be a bonus. Now, of course, you may have the personal preference to use an edger, and that's completely okay. It's also completely okay to use your trimmer if you use it in the right way. For me, I tend to use both the edger and the trimmer, depending on the job and depending on the types of jobs. So now let's talk about the trimmer itself. So when it comes to edging, the type of trimmer that I recommend is a straight shaft trimmer. Now you can probably use curved shaft trimmers. You can probably use any type of trimmer. However, I recommend straight shaft because when you rotate the trimmer around to start edging, it is a lot more easier to hold. The curved shaft trimmer kind of curves away from the edge, so it means you have to hold it up more vertically to get a straight edge. Let's talk about the grip we need to use when using these trimmers to edge. Now when it comes to edging, all it is a rotation of the grip to get you ready for edging. So when you're using a trimmer, you use it like this, in this handheld position. But when you start edging, all you do is rotate your wrist like this, rotate upside down, hold the handle like this, and you're ready to go. Rotate your hand. If you're right-handed, you rotate your right hand. So now we're ready to trim. So to begin with, all you want to be doing is having the trimmer on a medium speed. When you've got it in the edging grip, you want to start from the paving and work towards the lawn edge. That way you won't be taking chunks out of your lawn. When you notice the trimmer line is starting to hit the lawn, that's when you run in a straight line along the curb. To begin with, all you want to do is just slowly run down your edge. Otherwise, if you go too fast, you'll take big chunks out and it won't look nice. Work on getting the flow and the motion right. Form is key, but remember, practice makes perfect, but also pace. So don't try going quickly when you're starting to use your trimmer if you haven't done it ever before. Sometimes as well, you'll find that when you're trimming along, you'll miss little bits and pieces. So sometimes you have to just come back a little bit and then keep going. It's super important to just get that flow nice. If you stop and start all the time and you don't have a nice easy walking pace that flows nice and smooth, your edge is just going to be all over the place. The key is to keep those edges nice and straight. As for your footwork, the way you walk as you edge with your trimmer, it's really personal preference, but the key is is to do whatever makes you do the best job. As long as those edges are straight, it doesn't matter how you hold your trimmer, how you walk, keep the edges straight and your customer's happy. The same with the head of the trimmer. It doesn't matter if it's 45 degrees, 90 degrees straight line. It's really personal preference and what feels comfortable for you, especially if you're edging lawns all day. Whatever looks the best and whatever feels the best is the best way. Additionally, I recommend starting on a sidewalk or a curb or something where there's actually a solid edge. If you start edging and practicing to edge with garden beds, it's a lot harder to practice because you don't know where the actual edge is meant to be. It can look a lot more of a jagged edge, but if you start on something that has a solid edge, you can work on getting your straight lines and then go on to the garden beds. So I hope you enjoyed today's video all about edging with your trimmer, and just remember, practice makes pace and perfect. So don't rush yourself. Take your time, get your form right, get those edges nice and straight, and you'll be great with a trimmer in no time. And if you liked the video, don't forget to throw us a like, and as always, subscribe to the channel for more videos all about lawn care. My name is Hayden and I shall catch you in the next one.